Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome to Carpe Da Plate. Today, we'll be making our Carpe platter. It is a signature dish that everyone seems to love. Alright, so our basic ingredients, let's go ahead and do it. We got our seasoning, seasoned salt. As you know, I love me some seasoned salt. We got garlic powder. It's another mandatory ingredient to all our dishes. We put it in at least 80%. We're gonna go with a little bit of ketchup. I know you're thinking it's a little early for ketchup, but it works. All right, we got jalapenos, spice, great. Little bit of French delight, and I know, if you've seen the other video, you understand why we put it in there. If you haven't, just wait, you're gonna love it, you're gonna love it. All right, and then we got some baby banana cookies. Now, you know, it's more of a preference for me. You don't have to do it, but for me, it just adds that crunch, that crisp, you know what I mean? It just gives it that. And our last ingredient that pulls everything together, large white eggs. So, if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's get busy. So now that we have our ingredients, let's get started. So first, we want to start with the banana cookies. Like I said, this is not something that a lot of people like to use. It's more of a preference thing, but I do believe it adds that crunch that we all need in our dishes. So what I like to do is break them down a little bit, use the back of a spoon, just a little bit. You don't got to do it. If anything, if you want to use your hands, hey, let's try our hands. Let's go hands. So we got a little bit of that. Break it down. They're really hard. It might be a little bit over. Break it down a little bit. All right, so now you only put 2. You can put as many as you want. I probably wouldn't go any further than 4 or 5. All right, so we're gonna go with our egg. Make sure your eggs are good. All right, so what we do, crack the egg, pour that in there. You want to get the yolk to one side. That way, you can put the shells in there with the cookies. Gives it that crunch that we've been looking for. All right, so crunch up the shell. Get that shell in there. Keep the yolk on one side. All right, let me wipe my hands. Now, jalapeno. That's spice. And I don't know about you, but I love a good spice. So I go heavy on the pinos. You know, we got 1, looks like 2, 3. I'm gonna do about 6, maybe 7 jalapenos. For this dish, you may be thinking it's more of a 1-2 person meal, but it stretches out very well. It's something that once I added it, I knew that it was what we needed. Let's go seasoning. So we're gonna go with the garlic powder. Get in there, hey. Get in there till the ancestors tell you to stop. That's what my mom always says, and her mom says, and everybody else. So same with the seasoned salt. Get in there. Yeah, we got a lot of it. Oh, you can already smell it. The jalapeno, the garlic, the seasoning. It's blending already, and we haven't even got to the ketchup. So we're at the ketchup. Ketchup, you don't want to do too much, but you want to get in there, all right? Nice drizzle, and to top it all off, our French delight. Again, this is something that if you didn't know, now you know. Add this to your meals, it'll brighten it up 10 out of 10 times, I guarantee it. Just a little teaspoon, just a little teaspoon. You don't want to do too much. You don't want it to take over. Bam, there we are. So, put that in, as you can see, we're in here, right? We got all our ingredients. We're doing great. Stir it up. Give it a nice stir. And before we came back, put the oven on 450. Stirs good. This is what it should look like once you finish stirring up. All right, we're in here. Yeah, we're making something great. All right, oven. It's now preheated. Throw it in the oven for about 10 to 15 minutes. And I don't know about you, but I like to get a little glass of wine. But we'll be back when it finishes. All right, guys, timer just went off. Let's see how it looks. There it is. That's perfect. Perfect. Oh my God. There it is. Again, Carpe platter. It's our signature dish. And you know what they say? It isn't real unless the chef tastes it. Oh my God, I can just taste the jalapeno. You guys have a nice night. We'll see you next week with our special guest, Gordon Ramsay.